today about to be reacting to Invincible Beatdowns are brutal. Now, if you haven't watched Invincible yet, I strongly suggest you go watch it. It's on Amazon Prime. Is it what? It's like 3 or 4 seasons. I don't know. The new episode come out tomorrow. Like the season finale come out tomorrow. But I'm gonna drop this video later within a week. But man, this is such a great show. I'm telling you, these fights top tier. First, Mark was getting his ass beat, getting his hands handed to him, but hey, he started getting better.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. So
Nigga beat Conquest twat. Ooh, let me not spoil it. He gonna spoil it a lot if you haven't watched it. So if you haven't watched it, just click off the video, go binge watch a couple seasons, and then come back to this video, and we gonna talk about it. Yes, sir.
come to my attention that has had some pretty brutal beatdowns.
Man.
Like I'm talking blood all over the screen and guts literally getting dug out of. So
Yeah.
since we're
Mark, yeah, that was crazy. That was. I thought he was gonna die. God, that nigga pulled his intestines
at
out.
the halfway point of this season, and at the halfway point till we do the first trial of the crispiest Viltrumite in the galaxy. Today,
That nigga got hands. I wasn't expecting him to have
we're gonna go
hands.
through some of these
No
brutal
bull.
beatdowns that have basically broke the internet. So, without further ado. Alright, so the first ass whooping we're gonna be breaking down is a young Omni-Man getting jumped by his parents. Now this right here basically confirmed to everyone, if you didn't think so already, that being born a Viltrumite is probably the worst fate you could ever ask for.
Man, when I first seen that fighting scene when he was fighting his parents, I'm like, what the hell? What happened? I was confused, and then later on, I started to think like, oh, it's probably a test. It was a test.
Because this is without a doubt one of the craziest societies of all time. We
sure.
already knew that these crazy ass niggas had a whole great purge and half of their population was wiped out because of it. But now we learned that the kids weren't even safe. And to become a fully grown adult, you had to survive getting jumped by your parents. Now, let's take a look at this scene. Young Omni-Man, aka Nolan, was basically teaching a class to these kids about the history of Viltrum, and he decided to ask this little girl a question about the Great Purge. So she started stuttering and didn't
He was about to offer he.
say. So this man, Nolan, walked up to her and put his hand on her
Yeah.
head and said, "Think wisely about your answer, little nigga. You know what happens when you get one question wrong,
Yeah.
right?" And he was dead ass about to crush her head into smithereens. And you would think that the other kids would be scared for her, but no. They were side-eyeing the hell out of her like, you best not get that question wrong, bitch, or you're going split-gat. So thank God she locked in and got the question right. But then I ain't gonna lie, this is the craziest part. Before he dismissed class, he told them, go find food and shelter if you can, and return here at sunrise ready for combat. Oh, and I almost forgot, at least 2 of you little niggas will die tomorrow. So you best come locked in or it's your ass. And then they
Man,
just going with it like,
I would hate to grow up in a society like this, bro. Like, honestly, bro, I don't think I'll survive. I'll try to, you know what I'm saying, skedaddle off the planet, because ain't no fucking way, boy.
yes, sir. Like, dog, this is without a doubt the worst society to ever be born in.
That's
They
what I'm
don't even
saying, bro. Like, this makes slavery look like a cakewalk, boy.
They own kids with food and a bed. They gotta find it themselves. The Viltrumites really said, we don't do that weak ass child support shit. The child can support themselves. So right after Nolan was done teaching his class, both of his parents pulled up on him and straight up looked at him like, yeah, you know what today is, young blood? It's your birthday, AKA initiation day, little nigga. So they full on bum rush Nolan and start beating
Hey,
him.
that nigga Nolan held his own, though. When he threw that rock in his mommy eye,
Out of
boy.
him. And bro, you could easily tell
Boy.
that out of both of the parents that this man's mama didn't have an ounce of love for him the way she was doing him. She straight up sliced him in the chest and rammed her knee into this man's
Ooh.
face. And this wasn't even her nastiest shot. She basically charged up this one punch all the way from the ground and put her whole body into it, making him cough up blood. Then while he was stunned and basically out of it, both his mom and his dad just
Fight
started
back,
running his
fight
ass
back.
down. Nolan could not move. This nigga was stuck in a Marvel vs. Capcom 3 Infinite Death combo. Then his his dad grabbed his head and gave him just a nasty headbutt. And that headbutt ended up leading to a black eye and a broken nose. So while Nolan looked like he was already on half HP, the mama just stared at him and was like, nah, nigga, this ain't enough. And decided to dash in and piece him up some more. Now, while Nolan was getting pieced up by his mama, he was finally able to fight back after having to stomp the ground and kick a stone into his mama's eye. Then giving her a well-deserved right hook for being a deadbeat mom. But I want y'all to watch the daddy real quick. While the mom was flying back, the dad just slaps her to the side like a fly.
He ain't even try to catch her, bro. No, this show is like definitely peak. I can't wait till tomorrow when the season finale come on, bro. Niggas don't even care about their
spouses. They just think everyone is just a sack of meat. I wouldn't be surprised if they weren't even married. They probably just decided to have a baby to fill the quota, and that's that. So Nolan rushes his dad down and throws a fist into his hand and starts to choke him. And it looks like the dad was pleased and was ready to end his initiation. But the mama came back and threw him into the stairs. And right when this happened, I knew she was coming back to collect that receipt for her eye getting messed up and also taking out her anger for the daddy slapping her ass to the side. So she starts stomping his face in, and when she got tired of stomping him out,
curb stomping that nigga on the stairs. Oh, beating his ass on the stairs. Come on, bro.
Just started grounding, pounding, and wailing on him. Like, look at this dude, bro. He is done. This fight should be over. He's clearly had enough. But the mom just continued to beat the ever-living crap out of him until the dad finally came over and told her, enough, shorty. He's had enough. And this is how you could tell that she really hated Nolan and his dad. Because after she beat the hell out of him, she straight...
Y'all are weak. Flew off on their ass.
Bro,
I know this like the back of my hand, bro. I fuck around rewatch this shit. It was that good. This new season, bro.
Pathetic as he is, I hope to never see either of you again.
Not gonna lie, if I heard my own mother say this after she just finished stomping me out and beat me down to 1 HP on my birthday, I'ma be so real, I might just end it all. Cause I'd be sick to my damn stomach. Now I know why Nolan beat Mark's ass like that in season 1. Because if this was a parenting he was experiencing, then no wonder his parenting skills were ass. And this just reaffirmed to me.
I ain't even think about that. I ain't even think about that. That's crazy.
But a Viltrumite is in all honesty a fate worse than death.
Brutality.
I ain't even think about that.
Now that was our appetizer. Now it's time for the main event. The Conquest versus Mark rematch.
Nigga said appetizer, and it's the main event. Nah, that main event is, what's the dude's name? Drax. Drax beating their ass, they whole group. Damn, they're killing Nolan and Mark. Yes.
This right here is without a doubt the most brutal fight we've seen yet. This fight actually had me so disgusted by the end of it that I had to look away. Because I made the horrible mistake of eating my dinner while watching this.
You and I both, brother. You and I both, man. It was crazy.
I will probably never eat watching Invincible ever again because of this. So Satan's greatest soldier, Conquest, pulled back up to run the ones with Mark again. And you know, I gotta give a shout out to Cecil real quick for being the biggest dumbass of the century. Because we would not be getting...
for sure. When Mark catch him, bro, when I see you, Ricky, when I see you, Ricky, when I see him, bro.
Rematch if bro just did his job and disposed of the body like he should have.
Nigga,
like, you really thought this little ass cage was gonna hold this nigga? Like, holy shit, man. This is the most incompetent motherfucker in this damn series, bro. How did this guy get this job again? Like, honest question.
It's a great question, bro.
So the first person to attack Conquest was the biggest liability on the team, Oliver. So he flew up and immediately got a backhand to the face. That hit was probably so hard it probably gave Oliver PTSD from when Conquest dribbled him like a basketball. So Oliver tried to come in.
This nigga Oliver basically how Mark was in season 1 and a little bit in season 2. Mark was getting his ass handed to him.
Again with a barrage of fast punches, but all this was doing was giving Conquest a massage. Nigga was doing the same shit now Oya was doing to Maki, just throwing pillows at him. So Conquest grabs Oliver by the head and tells him, "Oh, I remember you. You're the little purple squirt from before. Last I remembered, I was trying to rip your guts out. So let's continue from where we were last time, shall we?" So Conquest starts to crush Oliver's head, and he's about to pop his head like a balloon. But J. Jonah Jameson himself comes in to save his sorry-ass son from getting his head crushed. So Omni-Man and Conquest started to box for a bit. But this nigga Mark immediately flew in and said, "Hands off, Dad. This fade is mine's and mine's alone." So Conquest looked at Mark and said, "Hey, kid, How's your girlfriend? She doing all right? Oh, I can't wait to.
Y'all should have seen what he did to his girlfriend, bro. Broke her fibula, her tibula, all that. I think this is the fibula and the tibula, or is that in the leg? No, I'm gonna say fibula, tibula. I'm gonna say it's up there.
It's her fine ass blood one more time. So the moment Mark heard Conquest talking about Eve, he just straight up flew directly at him and started viciously putting hands on this old nigga. Then he started to rain down multiple 6 to 12 elbows right into this man's face. Now while they continued to box, Oliver was running out of air because he wasn't used to holding his breath in space yet. So he had to fly down to the planet that they were close to so he could re-up on some oxygen. So Conquest saw Oliver flying down and told Mark, "Oh no, we can't let little purple squirt miss all the fun now, can we?" So Conquest gives Mark a nasty blow to the gut, then flies down to the planet to chase down Oliver. And this is where we see one of the most diabolical "he's behind me, isn't he" frames of all time. Conquest pulled up right behind Oliver.
Cock that mud up, pimp slap that little
Cocked back and everything, looking like he's about to swat the half cockroach out of Oliver's soul. But Mark comes in to save Oliver right before he gets chased down, blocked by
W brother, by the way, bro.
Conquest. So Mark's grand plan was to basically choke the life out of Conquest. This nigga was not gonna let go of the chokehold he had him in for the rest of the fight. He was fully committed to choking his ass out. So since Mark wouldn't let go, Conquest just started giving Mark multiple body shots. Bro was taking about 50 punches to his liver and 50 punches to his kidneys, while they were
I'm
just
surprised. Mark held on for that whole time, bro. He held on for the longest. You really just choked this man's out. This spawn of Satan, he just choked that man
out
out.
the planet and ragdolling themselves into the environment. So when they ended up slamming into the ground, Mark had the top mount, and it looked like he was trying to crush Conquest's neck and drive his whole body into the ground.
Yeah.
But then Conquest lifted Mark up and slammed him into the ground, reversing the whole situation. So Conquest started giving Mark more kidney shots and liver shots. Then he started decking him in the face and bouncing his skull off the ground. But Mark was still hanging onto Conquest's neck while taking this beating. Like I said earlier, this nigga Mark was committed to choking the life out of Conquest's old ass. So Conquest picked up Mark and rammed him into this mount, and he started to wail on Mark, just swinging punches into him over and over again. And I ain't gonna lie, this next sequence of punches Conquest did gave me back pain while watching this. He hit him with this 3-piece, and the last punch was so hard it
Snap that man's spine, didn't he?
his back. This man's rib cage just got eviscerated, and he may never walk straight ever again because it looks like his spine just got snapped in half.
Niggas a vulture might talking like he ain't gonna walk straight again. This is a regular human for sure.
So they kept on ramming
For
each other
sure.
into all the surrounding rocks and mountains. And when they finally stopped, you can actually see the damage that Mark has done to Conquest because his face was now discolored and his eyes were bloodshot red because he hasn't been able to breathe at all because of Mark's persistent ass chokehold. Now this is when the fight just got nasty as hell and the brutality just ramped up to another degree. Conquest had his
I
nasty
can't believe they showed this on TV.
as hand all up in Mark's face. So Mark turned damn near feral and bit this man's thumb off. And then after he bit his thumb off, he stood Conquest up, and you get this shot from Conquest's POV. You see this nigga Mark straight up spit his thumb out while making eye contact with him the whole time. He didn't even say a word, but you could tell what he was thinking just by the look he was giving him. Just straight up, "I hate you, nigga, let's die." So since Conquest was being pushed back, he had to use his ultimate move. The same one that sent Eve back to the lobby before she respawned. He rams his whole hand into Mark's body. Now this attack would probably
The ending of this fight is fucking atrocious. Fucking
in about
disgusting, bro.
99.9% of people if they were hit by this. But Mark, being the main character and powering through this shit with the power plot armor, kept on choking Conquest. Pause and look at Conquest's face right now. This man is
like that.
actually stunned. You can actually see a little bit of fear on his face because he is now
it look like
starting
he's
to
smiling,
realize
bro.
that Mark actually got that dog in him. So Mark slams him down and continues to choke the life life out of Conquest. Now we're at the moment where I had to stop eating my dinner while watching this, because this was the most disturbing and disgusting shit I think I've ever seen in an animated show. Conquest started to dig in this man's insides and rip out
I'm
all
glad
of
he
his
didn't show that. I would
internal
have got
organs.
demonetized so
Now,
fast.
I'm censoring the
I would
hell
have
out
got
of this because
demonetized
YouTube
so
would
fast if he
eviscerate
showed
this
that,
video
bro.
and send it to the shadow realm if I actually showed this. Also, if you're eating while watching this, I'm saving your ass right now.
For
Because
sure.
you could have
Again, if you haven't watched it, bro, go watch it, bro. I'm telling you.
up like me. My appetite was cooked after this, and I did not hit my protein goals that day. My gains were not achieved because of this shit. But this goes on for like a solid minute. Mark was just screaming in pain while Conquest was running out of air and trying to dig Mark's insides out. But finally, after what felt like ages, the lights finally go out for Conquest.
They did drag this scene, bro. They dragged this
And
scene
Mark
for so
slayed
long.
Satan's greatest soldier for a second time. Now I gotta stand up and give Mark his flowers.
Real
Because
nigga.
I won't lie, I get
Mark came a long way. Let's be real. For
Man, it
people
hard.
that have watched it, I doubt you made it this far in the video if you haven't watched Invincible yet.
I'm due to him getting his ass whooped and being left in critical condition in nearly 80 to 90% of his fights. But right here, I'll admit that Mark got that dog in him, because this was his best performance yet, even though he's in critical condition again. But I just know one thing for sure. When they get back to Earth, Cecil's ass better be getting stomped out, because you're not about to get away with this shit, nigga.
For sure, you almost got this man's killed. All this extra, made they journey 10 times harder. They already gotta face Thrax. Come on, bro.
Oh, no, bro.
Brutality.
For sure.
And that, ladies and gentlemen,
For sure. But no, I watch a lot of his videos in my own time when I'm at work, because he cover a lot of different animes. And I'm a little bit anime head myself. I'm not a geek or nothing, but I dibble and dabble. Right now I'm watching Ippo, that boxing or the fighting Ippo the fighting, that the boxing anime. It's real good. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. But no, let me know what y'all think down in the comments below, and I'm gonna catch you niggas in the next one. Yes, sir.